Hello, welcome back to another SoloKAB series. We're going to be playing some Banished. You've probably already seen our game scope and my little tour of Metalville. Oh, and if you see in the background here, I also have like a nice little town going on. But we're going to start a brand new town this time. We're going to call it Sirius because I've been listening to a lot of Gojira lately. Yep, that's my reasoning. And I've learned a fair amount about this game, so hopefully you guys will learn something, or maybe you'll be able to take this sort of basic structure that I start up with. I believe my build is pretty good. I've got a fairly I don't know, good method to this game. I've got up to a town with 600 people, which was Metalville. Maybe I'll make another video for that. Alright, so let's take a look at our immediate area here, because what we want to be looking for is big open spots like this, because I can fit blocks of farms here. I could probably fit 6 farms right here. So that's what I'm going to do. First things first, I'm going to pause it, so we're not, you know... Oh, and I've got... Oh, wow, this is actually really perfect. Like, this whole, lake, or... I don't know, what would you call this? A reservoir? This reservoir behind me is a perfect spot to put a fishing dock, like, immediately, because it's so damn close. But I will start by putting down a second stockpile. I'm going to make it the exact same size as the first one. Perfect. All right, and 5 houses. And I think this should be everybody's like opening thing to do is just get your people houses. Maybe there's strategies where like they don't actually consume resources when they're not in a house, so having them homeless for a while is, you know, an okay thing to do, but we're gonna get them houses right away just because I'm a nice guy. Right? That's my reasoning. Okay, so ready? Oh yes. Oh, and the other thing we need to do is set up our UI. So this one, and this one. Right? Professions, event log, and our town overview or something, whatever you want to call it. And I like to throw these things right here. Be nice and organized. Okay, there we go. We're good. Play! Let's start by putting in some roads too. Oh yeah, you know what we need to do? We need to make our guys builders. So all these guys can be builders. I really want to clear this area first. So I'm gonna go right here. All this stuff needs to go. And we'll just speed it right on up. Bam! Get going. Excellent. Slow it down again. All right, so I believe over here we're gonna have a little forested area, because if you look at the radius of something like, man, I should be better at this already. The foresters, that's woodcutters. Sorry, foresters lodge. Sorry, still messed that up. You know, it's intersecting some mountains here, so it's not the best spot. But I mean, I could put one here, like a secondary one here, and then my primary one up here, and it should generate a fair amount of wood. The more surface area you have, the better. But I'm going to start my first food production, because you need food right away, is going to be this dock, and we're gonna put it right up close. Yeah, look at how close that is. Nice and tightly packed. Bam, 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 and good. Okay. So, let's increase the priority of the dock being built, because fuck yeah, the dock. And let's speed it on up again. Let's get that dock built. Boom, 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 boom. And the other thing we need to build right away is going to be our woodcutters place. I'm going to stick that right here. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to clear it this way because this is a nice open area for me to start building farms. And farms are free, so I could even right now I could start to lay out the essentially. I just have to be really careful because if I lose my place. All right, 15 by 15 farms. Oops. Stop it. Okay, it starts there. There we go. Yeah. And see, you can make like nice grids. And I think this is really important to get like a massive food boom that you need to increase your population. Yeah, and it looks like we don't have enough room on the end. So what the end is going to end up being are extra barns and houses on this side. But we'll do what's essentially going to be a 3x3 farm. So 6 farms all clustered in one area. And that's going to give us like massive food production early on. So let's put up our fishermen here. We have 4 of them right away. And that's continuing to be built. Alright, so let's speed it on up again. I'm going to construct our first... Is that off center? No, okay. I'm going to be really picky this game and make sure that everything is nice and lined up every time. I'm going to be super OCD. At least I hope I'll be OCD. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll have to let some stuff go, but I think for the most part... Yeah, I think we're all good and lined up here. So take the dirt road to the end. Yeah, like I said, over here is going to be where I'll put the gathering hut and the Forster's Lodge. Fuck. Never get that right. Yep. So here. You know what? Maybe I will do it down here. I kind of don't like this area. It's not big and open enough. Like this was good because it's like right by where I started, but I wanted to turn this into farmland. Oh, hello. Now that's what I'm talking about. All right, maybe we'll keep this area for farming. So I'll clear out this because I could probably fit another 4 farms here, and then maybe another line going down this way. And over here is where I'll start doing, like, foresting stuff. Oh, looks like we need a woodcutter. Oh, there's a little bit of, I don't know if you guys saw that. That was kind of weird. All right, I'm going to slow it down for a sec. Now, one thing you guys should all consider is that farms are free. They don't actually require any construction materials. All you have to do is have the area cleared around the farm in order to create it. It's the same thing with a stockpile. So these are really the only things that you can sort of like plan out in the future. So I can throw down as many farms as I want and then just activate them one by one as I need them. Yep. But yeah, I want to get this one. Oh, what do we got? Corn and cabbage. Okay, I like corn more, so let's go with corn. Oops, I don't need 6 on. Let's take some builders off and add them to the farm. So there we go. And we'll have the woodcutters continuing to provide firewood for our lovely little town here. And if we look at this, so this is currently the first season, so 505, not that good. We want to see this be over 1,000 at least, and I'm pretty sure it will, considering its proximity to the original barn, as well as the houses. This should be an incredibly like high yield fishing dock. And I'm starting to think maybe I should have moved it over just a little bit further to give it like that extra bit of surface area, but maybe that doesn't have as much to do with it as proximity to housing and storage facilities. So, yeah, whatever. We'll just deal with that as it comes. Okay, so the other primary structures we need to get up, or like that I like to get up almost immediately, is the blacksmith. Oh, what? Oh, died during childbirth. Wow, that kind of sucks to have happen this early on when I have like this small amount of people. So that's actually kind of a hindrance. I've never had something that like this happen this early. Watch now, a tornado is just gonna like rip through my town. just gone. That would be awful. Just awful. Alright, so I'm gonna place my gatherer's hut, and it's gonna be it's gonna be over here. Like, this is gonna be an entirely new area with its own barn, houses, and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to grab everything I need here. That's a woodcutter. That's not what I want. I want this one, Forester's Lodge. Making sure it's all nice and lined up. Excellent. And then I'm going to increase the priority so that these things get built. Bam. And once those are up, I can start building other things around them. Whereas it doesn't really matter, like, if you're looking for things like stone and iron, it's way better, because, like, look how much stone and iron there is just naturally on the map. Now, collecting this stuff is always going to be more efficient than making a mine or like a stone quarry. And it's more or less, you have to make sure it's also accessible. So, like, maybe I'll need to be building bridges and all that fun stuff, but for the most part, like, I'm not going to need to worry about building mines or quarries for a very long time, especially because I'm on a large map right now. Well, apparently no labor was available to replace that person, so I have to put another fisher person on. And that sucks too, because that person was an educated individual. So I lost an educated citizen immediately. And well, I have no doubt that I won't run into food problems after this. Like, the first season of this farm being active, it should be completely fine. Completely fine. I think the only other thing I really want to do over here now, I don't even know where. Is this it? Okay. I'm using. This is how I find my buildings. They're right here. So I need to add this thing, and I will put it. It's going to be a 5x5 right there. Excellent. Perfect. I'm kind of hesitant to add on another set of houses this early. I am going to speed it up, however. Oh, right. I wanted to build a blacksmith. I got distracted. I'm sorry. This is what I wanted. Blacksmith. Oops. Could that have been one more forward? I think I could have. Yeah, it could have. That's right. Let's OCD this stuff. Alright. Tools aren't really a big deal early on. You have enough to start. You have enough to last, like, the first 2 seasons. But I like to get this up and build up surplus of things like the iron tools. Just, you know, it just helps in the long run, I think. So we're actually having quite a bit of travel distance, especially for these things over here. Which isn't particularly efficient. This isn't the best start I had. Like, obviously, your immediate surrounding is going to dictate how your town is being built, right? And like I said, this area here, this nice little clearing that I could create, is a perfect spot to put a cluster of farms. But it also would have been really nice to just build, like, a forester's lodge here and have this area completely full of, like, woodland. And, like, the gatherer's hut and all that fun stuff. And I think I wouldn't have any problems early on, but I'd have to extend my my farming area to over here. And I'd like to keep my farms closer to the bulk of the houses that I have, just because you tend to have more, like, farmers per area than you do gatherers per area. So if I, like, can I just make a box? I don't think I can. Remove structure. Okay, never mind. I can't do that. I want to create a box with the mouse. But, like, if you can see my mouse, hopefully you can. Hopefully that's not disabled. Because I know Fraps has been having some issues lately, in Star Drive specifically, where you can't actually see the mouse, like, what I'm doing. It's kind of weird. And then I lost my train of thought going on about that. So, anyway, I will just continue on building. Yeah, that's a nice spot, I think. Yeah, right here's fine. It will build another barn right here. And what else do I need in this area? I think I would like a herbalist. Herbalist can go on this side. And then I believe we're okay. Bloop. I am being messaged. So I'll put one gatherer and one forester. There we go. And then I want to increase the priority of the barn here. And the stockpile's already built, so that's fine. Yeah, you see how these farms are already constructed essentially. What'll happen is I'll just leave these like that, like this right now with the work is disabled for this location. And yeah, you can do that. Let's get a blacksmith going. Perfect. All right, now it's time to add on some more houses. It's 1, 2, let's go 3. Yeah. And probably some more roads too. You might not think it's very important, but it is really important to get these dirt roads, especially because they're free. And they increase the movement speed of your little people quite a bit. So if you can put it in the well-traveled areas, like you see, these people are all walking along these roads to get to this location. So these roads are being super duper effective. Looks like we'll actually have to make a tunnel. I think that's going to be really expensive though for this early in the game. What, that's 52 stone? Yeah, that's too expensive for now. I think what I'll do is I'll bring the road out to here, and then I'll just continue the road on from here. And I'll build the tunnel later. It's not really super duper important right now, especially because it's such a costly endeavor. And then I just want to do this little wraparound here. Go. Perfect. And what are we making? Corn? Look at that. Look at that corn. Looks delicious. So we don't have like a significant food source here. But what the farms allow you to do essentially is like mass produce. Like I'm low now, but by the end of late autumn or like the start of winter, I'll probably be sitting at about 900, maybe 1,000 food, depending on how well my dock is doing. Yeah, see, last season, 1230. That's really good for efficiency for a 4-person dock. I'm also going to increase the limit of both of these things. I'm gonna put the tools up to... Yeah, I'm gonna put the tools up to 250 just because I really like running out of tools is such a huge hindrance that I always like to have as big of surplus as possible. And I'll just mine iron as I need it. It's not too important for the structures that I need like right away. Oh yeah, we're already having problems with food. But as this goes, they should be able to get some food really quickly. There they go. Yeah, they're fine. Right, and now I'm going to just zone out my other farms. Again, making sure they're 15 by 15. Can I fit another one here? Yeah, I can actually. Perfect. So that's 7. That's a really good number of farms to have clustered in one area. And like I said, I can continue. I can either expand my like housing or like any other production this way, or I can use this to cluster more farms. Yeah, sorry about the noise in the background. Hunting cabin. All right, let's increase the priority of everything in this area. And then we're going to create our last basic structure, which is this school. This schoolhouse. so your people aren't dumb. And I'm gonna put that way over here because it really doesn't matter where the school is. The only people that need access to the school are the teacher and the students, which tend to not be an issue. Like, they don't really gain much efficiency by being like that far away. You could cluster all your schools in like one area if you really wanted to. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we have enough food for the winter, but we are going to activate a second farm. I think it's going to be this one. We're going to make it cabbage. And we're going to add... Okay, so see how this, I can increase the cap that gets put onto here? This is essentially going to make sure that the farm is operating at a 100% efficiency, and that food isn't being destroyed by, you know, the weather, right? Because when late autumn comes around, your crops start to die after the first frost. So if you increase the number of farmers that you have, like the cap of it, then what will happen is that your entire crop will get harvested before any of that will happen. So it's perfect. Keep it at that 2 builders. These guys really aren't that important. Again, like the Forester's Lodge doesn't really make that much of a difference early on because I'm just going to cut. I'm going to be clear cutting all this. And that's just like easy raw material income. Same thing with all this stuff in this area. I could essentially just go boom. So my people are always going to have stuff to do. Like none of my core laborers, none of my basic laborers are ever going to be idle because they'll always have this stuff to clear. Early spring's coming around, so we're gonna get planted. Yeah, here's the farmers going. All right. So I am gonna grab a herbalist as well. I think we need at least one herbalist, just because we have none of that, and we want to keep the health of our citizens up high. Damn it, I need more adults. Start working. So once these come into play, I think we'll start to see like a massive yield. 20% full. We're probably going to need to build another barn somewhere soon too. I'm thinking, where can I put it? All right, let's structure out, because roads are free, right? So if you really want to sort of like etch out your planning, you can do it with roads. Oh, what's this? Why can't I? What the hell? That's sort of weird. All right, maybe not. I take it back. You can't plan with roads because apparently there's shit in the way. But what I will do is put another barn right. One away from that, right there. And again, this whole increased priority thing. Now, because I've all of this is been flagged for cutting. So if I put this structure here, these trees won't get cleared immediately unless I use this increased priority button. And when I increase priority, it's gonna make sure that these trees and like this iron and all the stuff that's in the way gets removed first. Looks like we have hungry people again. Damn it! There we go. Oh, come on! Man, consuming so much fish. There we go. All right. So once this yield comes in, I think we'll be okay. What was our yield last season for this crop? Yeah, 1380. So that's really good. I think I was just a little bit greedy in increasing my population here. I'm already up to what's that, 33? Yeah, for the third year, that's pretty good. All right, so So the reason this isn't being increased too much is because it's basically all immediately going to the houses. Like you see, this one's got 100 food. That's got about 200. These guys have about 100. These guys got about 150, 200, 100. So yeah, it's all being distributed into here very quickly. And there you go. Now I'm starting to build a little bit of a surplus. Just a little bit of a surplus. Do I have more adults? Yeah, laborers. So I'm going to start the hunting cabin because it's pretty important that you also start to collect leather early on so that you can start making coats. You see, I'm already out of stored clothes. So I'm going to need to build myself a tailor's tailor. I was going to say a tailor hut, but I don't think that's actually a thing. Can I fit it in here? Oh, that would have been nice if it was like... But I'm just going to stick it right back here, I think is a good spot. There we go. We're making everything look nice. Sirius is going to be a very nice town when it is done. I'm going to... Our goal is to get to 900 citizens, and that way I can unlock that achievement. I'm actually playing on Corinne's computer right now because, like, while she's away in California, she left me her cat and her computer. So I have both of those. Oh, this can get constructed. Schoolhouse would be nice. Looks like they're prioritizing this barn. Yeah, barns get pretty full pretty quickly when you like sort of mass harvest like that. You see, yeah, I have a surplus of 1,000 food, which is really nice going into this winter, and it's just gonna grow from there. I'm considering this central block here, like this area, putting only houses here, right? Just having essentially this like grid of houses. Because again, I'm going to start to need to add more. And it's, yeah, I think it's really important that you add, you know, at least 2 houses per season. That way you have a nice curve in terms of the increased amount of citizens you are producing, essentially. And the other thing, I want to increase priority of this. Let's put some more builders on since we have more adults now. And yeah, so this house here and here, 2 houses this season is good. That's perfect. That's fine. That's just peachy. Yeah, still a lot of stuff being produced here. Again, sorry about the noise in the background. I don't have a whole lot of control over that. My room is right by the kitchen. Yeah. It looks like we're coming up on a good time to end the first episode, but look at the progress we've made in, you know, 25 minutes. It's pretty good. So I will see you next time here in Sirius.